Hey, this is Ken with the Black and Yellow Garage. What I have here is a 2005 Nissan Altima with a 2.5. Customer called and I asked her to swing by, let me have a look at it. The complaint was the heat was not working properly. So I told her that I would not be able to look at it while it was extremely hot. Asked her to drop it off and leave the key in the key drop. The following morning it was cold. We had frost on the windshield. The initial startup, I heard a little exhaust leak and moved the vehicle to the back of the shop, shut it down. Was going to flush the heater core out, so I removed the air duct after the mass airflow sensor to the throttle body to gain access to the heater core hoses. After doing a quick flush, I really didn't think that that was the issue. No real backup. She might have been a little low on coolant, but in this process of having this ductwork off, I noticed the throttle body blade in the throttle body was really extremely dirty. So I used a little Berryman's B12 to clean it, agitated it with my finger, then sprayed some more, went to the vehicle and cranked it up, and then just shut it off. Completed my ductwork reassembly, topped off the coolant. Then I started the car, let it come up to temperature. The heat was working fine, but the engine developed a hunting, revving up and down. It would go to about 1500, then back down to about 4, bounce back. So it was hunting all this time, and I've been for a day trying to figure out what the cause of that was. I tried doing a relearn on the throttle body idle control there on the relearn for the throttle body. Several times, no result. So again, the RPM was bouncing between about 400 and 15, up and down, up and down. So I've replaced a crank position sensor according to a flow chart inside Mitchell that was straight across, first thing to do, and that had no change. I then moved on to ordering a throttle body. I brought out the parts cannon for this one. Throttle body, put it on, did a relearn, nothing. Unplugged the coolant temp sensor. The frequency of the pulsing changed in the engine revving, so that really was not suspect. I am fortunate to have met a master technician that works for Nissan, and after exhausting all my knowledge as to what could be causing this problem, I gave him a call. But predicating that phone call, I had taken the shield off, and the pipe coming from cylinder 1 was cracked all the way across, broken completely. So on an initial startup, it was really loud. Once it got hot, it expanded and then closed the gap. So was it still a leak and muffled? So my thoughts on that was the computer was having difficulty between the information the mass airflow sensor was sending and the airflow sensor itself. Did not have it running long enough to have a code come up for the for the airflow sensor. I really didn't like it running hunting like it was. So then getting back to the phone call to the master tech. I told him that I did do the throttle body cleaning. He said that's a bad idea. Don't do any direct spray at the throttle body blade with any type of cleaner on this particular engine. It's not every Nissan, not every electronic throttle body, but just some of these Nissan, maybe some others. So he suggested I spray a paper towel and then do a wiping on it. But in my opinion, if I open the gap on the throttle body blade again, it would require a idle learn programming with the scan tool. You can do it with the key on 2 seconds, off 10 seconds, on 2 seconds, off 2 seconds. And there's a video out there that shows you have to depress the gas pedal 5 times real quickly, wait a little bit, and then hold it to the floor. The service engine light soon will flash once it becomes solid. Release the gas pedal and start the car. Did that numerous times, no help. But again, the idle on the vehicle was going up to about 1,500, coming down to 400 the entire time. So my master tech said that he could, on a Sunday, meet me at the Nissan dealership, and he would, you know, get me through this with his ability. He explained to me shortly after that if the problem for the relearn is the fact that the engine is idling so high. So he said I might try unplugging 3 coils and trying the throttle body idle adjustment relearn. So with the car running with 1 coil, the idle dropped down to about, you know, close to 1,000 RPM. So it took 2 times doing the idle relearn before it actually dropped down to about 600-700. And after that, I was doing the idle relearn process through the scan tool with the key on for 2 seconds, off for 10, on for 2, on, off for 10, 3 times. And each time I was adding another coil. So the second coil I added was 3, and it seemed to hold the idle rather than hunting up and down. So then I did the relearn process with 3 coils, and then the relearn process with 4 coils. After that, this engine ran smooth. The master tech did offer me to come to the dealership to give the ECM an update, and I took him up on that. So I'm really ready for this car to go away. And anybody that is having idle adjustment issues after cleaning a throttle body may have to go through this procedure. It cannot relearn the idle adjustment when the RPMs are up so high. So removing 3 of the coils out of the picture, and then progressively adding 1 more each time through doing the relearn, solve this issue. So I hope this video helps someone out there. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.